After a much-needed All-Star break, the Knicks impress in the first game back. The New York Knicks began the second half of their season last night at Madison Square Garden against a Cleveland Cavaliers team who came into the night beating the Knicks in 4 of the last 5 contests between the two teams, and early on it looked as if it was going to be the same old story. The game featured an interesting matchup at the point guard position as Jeremy Lin faced off against the number 1 draft pick from a season ago, Kyrie Irving, who over the All-Star weekend took home MVP honors in the rookie-sophomore game in Orlando, where he shot a perfect 8 for 8 from three-point range and finished with a game-high 34 points. Last night, Kyrie jumped out to a quick start and gave the Garden crowd a taste of how special he can be in the league with sharp drive to the basket, which he either converted for layups or set someone else up for a basket. Irving and the Cavaliers opened a 17-point first-half lead, and this game looked as if it was going down the road of another Hornets or Nets disaster, two bottom-basement teams who upset the Knicks at home over the past 10 days. But in the second half, folks, the Knicks rallied back and completely dominated this game as they outscored Cleveland 71-42 in the second half, and they won this game going away 120-103. It began with the starters putting a dent into the lead, but the biggest story of this game was the performance of the Knicks bench, who came in the game towards the end of the third quarter and took it over. The bench behind Byron Davis, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, Jared Jeffries, and of course Steve Novak contributed an insane 50 points last night and gave more evidence of how dangerous the Knicks team can be. After the game, Cavaliers head coach Byron was not a happy man.
Just didn't do a good job of taking care of the ball, and we just didn't do a good job of attacking. If they're going to be aggressive like that, you got to be aggressive back, and I didn't think we were. I think most of that is all physical. It's all physical. Anytime a team just takes liberties, the way they were guarding and banging and grabbing, and you got to do your best to get them off of you as well. You just can't, you really can't succumb to it. And I thought we did that. And the whole second half, the 24 minutes we played on our heels.
Hey, Coach, just what's your thoughts on the Knicks' talent and depth?
Good, very good talent, and they got some good depth. I mean, their second unit was good. I thought their second unit kind of changed everything. They were aggressive. So they're about 10 deep. They got a good team.
How about your thoughts just on their point guard position with Jeremy Lin and then Byron Davis off the bench behind them?
Well, you got a young guy in Jeremy, who I think is coming into his own, playing good, solid basketball, and then you got a veteran guy in Byron Davis that just knows how to play. I mean, Byron, you can put him almost on any team. He's going to make other guys better.
Jeremy Lin and Byron Davis were both terrific last night as they combined for 21 assists and 1 turnover. Sitting courtside last night was one of Byron Scott's former teammates and the greatest point guard in NBA history, Mr. Irvin Magic Johnson, and we spoke with him at halftime.
Hey Magic, I see you here. I've seen you on television talking about Jeremy Lin before in the past. So yeah, what's your thoughts sitting courtside watching Jeremy Lin play?
Well, my thoughts is that he got great court sense. He really understands the game, and when he's in attack mode, he's really a great point guard that does so many great things, not only for himself but his teammates as well. You ready?
And the amazing story of Jeremy Lin continues. He finished last night with another magnificent stat line with 19 points, 13 assists, and 5 rebounds. And after the game, he spoke about how close he was before the season of signing to play for a team in Italy.
I was close. I was extremely close. I actually I booked a flight to go back to California so I could get my visa done and everything so I could go to Italy. But then I think the team signed Charles Jenkins, and then they took the deal, they rescinded the deal, and then I found out that they offered it to him. I think it was him, and then so then I was like, okay, no more Italy, and then the lockout ended like a couple days later, so it was perfect. All right, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you.
For Cleveland last night, Antoine Jamison had a team-high 23 points, and Kyrie Irving made 8 of 18 shots for 22 points.
Kyrie, what was it like coming in tonight against Jeremy Lin and then playing against Jeremy Lin on the court tonight?
That it was great to play against him. I mean, he does a phenomenal job of finding his teammates, and he just makes them better. And they're a better New York team than when we played back in probably a month ago. So it's a big difference. And going forward, we play them again. So it'll be different the next time we play.
Steve Novak had 17 points in 17 minutes for the Knicks off the bench on 5 3-pointers made.
Hey, Steve, just, playing in front of the Garden crowd, taking these threes in a way, everybody's just so electric right now.
Yes.
What's that feeling like?
I think growing up a basketball player anywhere in the, maybe, I guess the world, for sure I think the U.S., playing in the Garden is the dream. You know what I mean? We have the drop ceiling right here in our locker room. It's like, that vibe, that feeling, the way these fans are. I've never been in a place where the city embraced, the team and the Knicks the way they have. It's a dream come true, really.
With the point guard situation, just how do you think, just Jeremy Lin and Byron, what they're doing now, what are they doing now that, was not happening early in the year before you guys started going?
I think because of the way the year started with the lockout and everything, a lot of teams kind of started slow. We were one of them. And I think, obviously, with Jeremy coming in and doing what he's done has been a huge boost. But I also think, just kind of getting some games under our belt and getting to know each other and playing together is a huge part of it as well. So I think the point guard play has been a big part of it.
With the way you guys have been playing, and now you guys add two more really high-quality players in J.R. Smith and Baron Davis, and also Carmelo comes in, just when you look at your roster and how much talent you guys have, just how do you think you guys, just solid with the top teams in the East, really in the NBA, just as far as, talent-wise?
Yeah, we know that, with kind of the flow we've had. Obviously, Amari was out for a while, Carmelo was out for a while, Byron, and now everybody's back. We're really getting to see, I think, who we are, who we can be. So I think, once again, it's almost kind of like a new field that we have to get comfortable with. It's so many bodies, which it's a blessing. It's a great thing. So I think we're seeing, I think, how good we can be, and we need to just continue to progress and worry about, us. I think look within.
And Baron Davis, in his 4th game of the season, tells us his thoughts about the idea of playing a Mike D'Antoni system before he signed.
I want to try that out. At some point in my career, I have to try that out, especially, what I went through in Los Angeles with the Clippers and playing for those type of coaches that were really, structured and all about running a play every time and not really giving me the freedom to do what I'm capable of doing. So, I just wanted to play and be free and have fun, and this type of basketball I like to play.
Byron, I've heard you say over the years, time and time again, that you enjoy playing at Madison Square Garden. So just what's it been like, these 3 games, playing in the Garden, just the way the crowd's been and the atmosphere and all that?
It's been great. It's been a great opportunity. For me, it's been something that I've always wanted to do. And play in front of these fans, and they're so knowledgeable and passionate about the game. What better place to play? This is a mecca of basketball.
All right, folks, this is Samori Benjamin, and that's sports.